You made the right call there. It feels good. Pure. About what? I'm talking about your zero-tolerance policy towards the mania of narco. You're in the right there. Powerful stance. Would you like to take it up a notch? Would you like to become an anti-narcomania zealot? I am pure and steadfast, totally uncorrupted by narco. Yes, you're pure. Unravaged by narco. Of course, it's pretty obvious you've done a lot of drugs in the past and will probably do more in the future, but that doesn't matter. My drinking problem isn't going to be a problem, is it? Nope. Alcohol is a powerful anti-narco agent. 78% of people who use alcohol daily feel no need to use its opposite, narcohol. The hell is narcohol? If anything, you should drink more. It cleanses. I'm going to pussy out at the last moment like a degenerate. Discard thought. I don't like the idea of that. That sounds like trouble. What's this door? There's a small, heavy door. There is no lock in sight. Physical instrument. Kick the door in. I don't think so. Where does this lead to? I don't know. He makes a note in his notebook. It's not the first closed door we find in this building. There's also your mysterious blue kitchen door. Do you think it's important? I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. Below, the hostile cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers. Tap on the roof with your foot. A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and he nods toward the young woman. A number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant. I could say something, but I'm not going to because I don't gloat. So maybe the door below is a mega investigation? No. Still a mini investigation. He pretends to make a note in his notebook. Push. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the bracelets. Leave. I can't knock it down. What I might be able to do is put the tools in. I mean, like a 3% chance to kick it in. Let's put that in there instead of the bolt cutters. Does that give us the option? Hang on, let's move off. Let's try the door again. 3%. I'm going to hurt my toe if I do that, so I'm not stupid enough to try it. Can I go back and talk to her yet?
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
I can't do that yet. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Interesting. Let me have a look in this, because when I came through this doorway, there was... Yeah, there's like a doormat. Oh, I think it's just... Oh, it's just meaning exit. Okay, that's fine then. I was a little bit worried I'd missed some important clue. So now we go down and we talk to these guys and we tell them that we know that they're lying. I'm still no closer learning where my bloody...
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate? Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. Yeah, why did she tell us all of that? What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. Something is off here. You think so? A shadow runs across his face. She seemed forthcoming, unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough. Yeah, I suspect it will. We also need to look at my other tasks. I'll wait till we get downstairs and we'll check them out. So, I can do with increasing my physical health a little bit. I do have some other clothes. I've got this on with +1 drama. That's a nice cloak, but one of my other things, interfacing versus half light. I don't know whether that's better. Esprit de corps versus Well, that's just right. Put that down there. That's to sell. That's no good. Physical instrument. There's one with endurance, isn't there? Composure. They all have... I've got 2 lots of fingerless gloves. Oh no, that's electrochemistry, which I don't feel needs boosting. And that's just endurance. I like having the extra health. Let's put that on. I'm going to put that on. It looks like a terrible coat. I lose out on the other skills a bit, but let's go with it. Let's talk to him.
Can I help you?
Oh, God, no. We have to raise money for the bill tonight. That's bad news. I don't think we can do anything with that blue door yet. See, a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. It could be connected to the barred door upstairs. Try to push on the door. Doesn't budge. Touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on... The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe? It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. Okay, so there is a side building. We should go and take a look at that at some point. Right, let's talk to her. So we know that they're talking bollocks now.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why
Are you the hardy
wasting your
girl?
time?
I am not, she says dryly. You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model. Oh, someone's trying to tap off with her. Even a mod. Her face stiffens. Glenn, I went to law school. I'm an attorney. He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of La Debutante Internationale. He's right, you know. You're very pretty. Let's try that. The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl, definitely. Okay, we'll talk later. She's a lawyer for these arseholes.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Let's go over the rape victim again. Oh, okay, enough then. Classy says she wasn't raped. The big man's eyes and veins bulge. I knew that whore couldn't be trusted. For the record, she steps in forcefully. Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her. Good old lawyer, straight in there. Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He turns back to you. He raped her. He was out of his mind. You have no idea. She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't trust you. Yeah, she's crazy, you know? The rat-faced man says carefully. Crazy bitch. You know the type. She's messed up. This is a diversion. Stay on track. Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth. Lawman, he says through clenched teeth. I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. Something breaks in him. He takes a step closer and says, I am going to hit you. Duck. Titus Hardy. Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot. Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood? When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command. Look, copper. The tattooed man snaps his fingers to get your attention. We know that the dead guy was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. He turns to Titus, who's still breathing heavily. What's the harm, right? Here, jerkwad. He slams an audio tape on the table. Listen to this shit and then come back and tell me the soldier of apocalypse was an innocent man. Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me. You don't care about evidence? His eye twitches. The hell are you a cop for, then? Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They're keeping score on their bulletin boards. I won't be on your bulletin board. You don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about. There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind. Where do you get this tape? You think we're going to this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that. So you bug them. How? We have machines. He nods. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbour works? It's advanced stuff. Understood. You've listened in on their communications. He takes a little note. How long? Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons. Things got nice and quiet after that. Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then? Fat Angus? It's not advanced, the heavy man wheezes. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. Gets hot as hell in there. Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work. Chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast. Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit. Okay, that's enough. Don't forget your tape, lawman. He pushes a little tape toward you with his giant hand. Compliments of Titus Hardy. Fine, I'll listen to it. Okay. You do that, he says, adjusting his belt buckle. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday. Let's go listen to the tape. Let's also have a look at my other tasks going back. Alright, to Monday. The split a kilo with Kuno. That's to do with getting to a building around the back of here. That's something we need to look at some point. The victim's tattoos. I don't know who to ask about that. Run. Oh, right. We do have knowledge of this guy's armour. We'll get the results from the police on the radio. We'll go and check that out. Let's run in. I just want to tick some tasks off in case they lead us to some other important discoveries. The radio, please. And also, it looks like he's got something he can sense out here. Who did we talk to? Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number? Yes, the armour was produced by, she looks at the notes, Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clef in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Orange's pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. She browses pages. So it seems the armour went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armour was issued. Do you know what it's called now? The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the Corps de Pharmacie is a military contractor called Crenel. And the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor. A suit of armour like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom the suit was fitted. A suit of armour like this would have been customised. Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though. Yes, please, do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armour this was. Did you find any more about the... No, we'll come back to that. But there was another question there as well, so... Call back tomorrow. Okay? She's on the case. Why can't I get paid? In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Cupris Kinema, the Cupris Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Cupris 40, and the answer to the LUM's racing-bred Fevre series. With its air-cooled rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kinema is able to reach 100 km per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 km an hour. Won't it roll over in the first sharp corner? The high centre of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kinema effectively a mobile power plant. Turn your attention to the motor carriage itself. Even at a standstill, the unibody Cupris Kinema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. It's an odd-looking thing as the car. I wouldn't want one myself. Someone has waxed it recently. Let's have a look. I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. That's going to go down really badly. That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool. Lieutenant smiles ever so slightly. You want to take a closer look? What's it packing there? Point to the engine. 130. An advancement of the KR-18GU engine in the Cooper's 40, to be precise. It must be an advancement of the KR-18GU. Yeah, you know it? The lieutenant seems impressed. Just the basics. Cast iron blocks, swirl chamber injection, dual chains driving overhead camshafts, 2 valves per cylinder, hydraulic valve lash adjustment. Yeah, that's right. He stares at you in surprise. I'm very impressed that you know these things. Fine machine. Run your hand over the smooth metal surface. Yes. There's gentleness in the lieutenant's voice as his eyes run over the vehicle's contours. An extraordinary machine. It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing in it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. Ever thought about switching to helium headlights? Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't got around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. If we ever get this case solved, maybe we can do it together. You want to help? He glances at you and smiles. Thank you for the offer. That might be fun. Let's do the case first, though, alright? You like the idea? Okay, let's move. Excellent. He's just gone up in my estimation. And hopefully mine in his as well. Right, so... back in here, we need to go listen to a tape. What do you think about that bit of banter between the two cops, then? They're both car fanatics. Oh, my voice. My voice. Can I keep this up? I'm going to try and keep this up till 10 o'clock. That's my target. There's so much talking in this. I need to go and sing karaoke as well at some point. Yeah, I am low on... Oh, have I got skill points? Can I put... Oh, can I do that? I've got 1 spare. Where's endurance? Let's put a point into the endurance, right? Level that up. Extra health. And then... I can... Yeah, I don't need all that health yet. So I can switch that out for my police cloak. I'll just go around in a string vest like that. That looks really cool. And that gives me 2 of the bonuses. So my endurance is fine. I'm not likely to drop down dead too far. What's this? Interact. Can I interact with this now? You stare at the great Dorgun and Megamix. If only you had a boombox, you'll be able to play Titus's tape. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, the dead speak. Respect the tape. Okay, I know where there's a boombox, but I mean, we've got a tape player here. Surely we can play it on this, right? I'm not going to buy the boombox. The compact tape player is silent and still. It seems it is completely broken down. The machine was made in Revachol by a company called Le Mercier. Their logo depicts the triple tower Delta skyline. It was supposedly built to last. There is no fixing this one. Bollocks. This would have been very helpful with the Megamix. He stares at the tape player, but it isn't anymore. It's not my fault. Of course, he notes. We should try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we can talk to Roy at the pawn shop south of here. He had stuff. He did have stuff. But I don't have the cash to buy one. Where the hell am I going to get cash from? Where can I... I've got, like, stuff to sell, but I don't know if I can sell it to everyone. To Roy, anyway. Where else can I sell it to? The bookshop owner wasn't interested. Think there's any chance I can get some money from the police? I mean, my wages. My wages would be really helpful. I've got to do something. I need payment. Let's go around the back of here. Kuno. Do I need to talk to Kuno? Not at the moment. Let's leave Kuno out the way. Is there a way to get over there? Doesn't seem to be. Not that I can notice, anyway. Maybe from around the back of somewhere else. Unless I go through Kuno's house. I need to get out and round the back somehow. I think I've been up there and seen it all, though, but let's just try. There's a couple of jobs I'm doing for people, and if I can get the cash just to pay for tonight's rent. Well, I need cash to buy. I can't afford both the rent and that boombox. Okay, so the way down there isn't through that. Okay, screw it then. If only there was a hole in the wall in this place that I can get through. Like about here. I think I must need to go around the back of the other buildings. Should probably go and have a look at that in case I fail some of my rolls. I can come back to them later. Let's see. So there's a building that backs onto that. It must be all the way around the back. Hang on, what if I talk to her?
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Yeah, I found a way into the doomed commercial area. Oh, great. A smile is warm. I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. Maybe you can help Mother become less afraid. What's this crime business? Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what... I don't think I need to ask that. Why do I want to read about crime? It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle where you can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. You don't look much like a policeman. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Huh, well, what does a cop look like then? Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover in which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Let's have a look. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. What's that mean? Oh, you know, cut loose, raise hell, blow off steam. And everything's better now, sir? I don't know. Why is that? This is getting in deep. Look at me, a hideous beast, a failure of a cop, a disgrace. A man can never be truly happy with who he is. Oh, okay. She blinks at you, not knowing how to reply. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen. It's not your body that's important in police work. It's your... Point to your head. Head, yes. Not head, child. Heads. Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there, and you've got to get into their heads. Sometimes you've got to be the killer to catch the killer. That's an interesting thought. I see what it means, though. Isn't that very dangerous? She examines a picture of Dick Mullen. Policemen live and breathe danger, little girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill. Unlike you, sir, she smiles mischievously, he's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. I am the superstar cop. That's going to work. I'm going to deduce something now. We'll come back to that. Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues, I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them. Yeah, reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? But it does make the famous people more famous. She smiles gleefully. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything. Never mind. I literally had nothing else to say. Okay, she looks at you with her wide eyes. That didn't help. Who is that? Points to the woman browsing books. Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice, if a bit distressed. She's your aunt? No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot. Why is she distressed? I think she has a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. Ching! Success. The girl keeps her hands folded hidden. Why is that? Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What do you mean, sir? She looks wary. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with interest. It's okay. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails afraid, clearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails. And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? She shoots you a suspicious glance. There were a few other hints. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone can do an easy deduction like that. Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. You think so? Fine. Do better. Deduce something about me. You're quite sober, she snaps back quickly. Lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort. Wait, how do you know that I'm usually not? Because you usually aren't. And I'm having a grand time. I sure hope you are, sir. She rubs her red nose. There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Oh, God. 28%? That's not going to work, is it? All right, you're off. Okay, cheers, Indigo. Thanks for joining in today. And have fun with that new guitar and that new toy. It sounds good. I'll maybe catch you tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever I'm back. Anyway, have a nice week. Shall I try this? I'm going to try this. Suggestion 2. I don't have any points to spend. Let's ask about this. Oh, that was about her aunt. Okay. What is romance? It's a type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. I remember this. What about a poor man getting a rich lady? It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. I see. What about when both of the men are bad? These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. What if it's written really well? Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. And what about when everyone is poor? That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Sometimes you have to write about real life things. Not in romance books, sir. They're about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. That's enough about romance, thank you. It hasn't gone up. But I can retry it later, so let's try it. Fail. You've absolutely no idea. Familiar how? You must have forgotten something you heard again. We'll come back to this later. Your boiler's broken down, Pan? That's not good. That's like a really bad time of year for that to happen. That is typically when it happens. I've spoken to, well, I know some boiler engineers, and they said it's normally this time of year when people put their heating on for the first time in ages, and that's when it all breaks down. Working class woman. You were right that I'm a cockatoo. Working class woman. Excuse me? I went and read up on them, just like you said. I even decided on what kind of a cockatoo I am. Want to know? I don't know. The most talkative one? She's ready to put that question aside. No, I'm the Major Majestic Cockatoo. The what now? The Major Majestic Cockatoo. It's the most impressive one. The woman looks baffled by your personal revelation. You truly are one strange cop, aren't you? She says, slowly shaking your head. That's it. I'll leave you to read. That was weird. It takes willpower to even read the author's name, Jan Kaus from Egaldi. Anyway, what was I doing? I was trying to get money, wasn't I? I've got to listen to this tape. We need to go back and ask Classy again, and ask about Sunday night. I've got to find the murder weapon. I've got to locate a working firearm, open an apartment door, ask about music, find that guy. Whoa, there's loads of stuff. Right, okay. Let's go for a run. See where any of this leads to. I'm going to find some money from somewhere as well. Visual calculus. What have we here? A bridge? A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation, if ever there was one. Kim, it looks like we've got a construction code violation. The lieutenant looks around. True, they never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though. But, Lieutenant, think about the splinters. The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time. After all, it's nothing to worry about. He adjusts his glasses. Shall we? I guess we should. Don't know what that was all about. Now, have I been around here before? I need more money. Can I get here? Oh, is this into the back? Right, catch that little turd.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Something like that.
Pigs come to take me out? Trying to snuff me out?
Her voice becomes almost inaudible. No, why would you even say that? Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all. It auto-saved. Shit is about to go down. Let's have a look at this. Oh, we got money and drugs. Excellent. We like both. Didn't get much money. I mean, I'm picking up coppers here. It's nothing. A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. Oh, what's that? A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. So, if someone was up on the balcony, they might have seen what went on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back, go back. What was that? I got a symbol around his head. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. This is like a nasty looking garden. Can I go in there? There must be another way into the building. I'm sure there will be. Another splattering of bullet holes in this wall. Oh, it could be from the war, though. What's in there? We got an orange bum hat. Nice. We've got some stuff. Do I really want to wear an orange bum hat? Can I go into the... Can I not go in the greenhouse? That's disgusting. Okay, I can go in there, though, right? Basement door apartment. This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. Press your ear against the door. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. Oh, you've got an expensive €1,000 bill for the heating. Sorry to hear that. It's all you don't need at coming up to Christmas time as well. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.